La 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 la.
The Torch was denied a bank loan.
Torch was denied a bank loan.
What?
What about the
Where did
the
that come
charge?
from?
Anchorman.
Right, here we go. Welcome week 14 of the closeout.
Every time.
I know.
don't.
Right,
Right, you got it. That's
yeah,
it.
I did look.
That's why I don't ref.
James Lissaman, Community Basketball Manager.
Laurie McDaniel, Coach Development Officer.
Marty Davison, referee manager.
Then you're up first.
One day I'll just do that smoothly.
Roll into it.
Right, so Miles Toyota Women's Premier. First game up, we have Wolverines versus Minties. It was a very close game with Wolverines ending up taking that out 60 to 58. The game was very back and forth, but just the last few points of the game, 6 points in fact, were scored by Wolves, and Subasa Nisbet and Tessa Morrison came away with 21 points each. And for Minties, we had Stacey Neal and Sarah Mason on 15 and 14 respectively, but good win there for the old Wolves.
Do you think Subasa and Tessa are like, hey, how many have you got? And then like,
Yeah,
match
Try
up
and
their
match.
scores?
Snap.
Snap the same.
No, I don't think that.
Okay,
Yeah.
just randomly picking
Yeah.
like the last 3 weeks. or whatever.
Yeah, right. Next game up, Horswall, the Green Machine, took on UC and came away with a 69 to 35 victory. Lake and Waido and Alice Sproat both with 14 points, and UC no double figure scorers for them, unfortunately, but maybe just everyone with 8.
Yes,
Hopefully,
maybe.
yeah.
Yep.
I'd say that was, yeah.
Yeah, and then the last women's prem game was NC 66 over LU 55. So it was tight. It was pretty close towards the end of the game there, 58-53, and then North Canterbury just pulled away. So Ezra McGoldrick returning from her Tall Ferns duties with 28 points, and Helen Matthews 13 for Lincoln. Rosalie Asamia with 16 points, and Lauren Hippolyte 15. So some good double-digit scoring there in the women's games.
Yeah, and getting very, very tight. The top 4 teams go through to the semi-finals, and they've got 2 more rounds before that happens. And I think we've lost part of our sponsor. Maybe
Yeah.
that's okay.
Still a few of me.
So yeah, so last couple of rounds will be very meaningful for games. Onto the Miles Toyota Men's Premier League. Also similar sort of situation. We have Gators winning 79-72 over Checkers. They took the lead early in the third quarter and hung on to that. Matt Miszewski, 16 points, of which 12 all from behind the
He's
3-point
been
line.
money from behind
He
the
is.
3, right?
Yes,
Cooking
he
I'd
is.
like to
Yes.
see his stats,
Yeah.
season stats
Very
on that,
accurate.
someone.
Very
Yeah.
accurate.
Yes, well, he's definitely the right age and has been playing well through X3, so had put him down as a potential player to look for that New Zealand team.
Ooh, good.
Yes, we'll see.
Good
Anyway,
plug.
Good
Yeah.
plug of the old
Yeah.
3v3, James. Yeah.
Regan Burnett with 13 points, and they had 3 other players in double-figure scorers. For Checkers, bit of injury concerns to them. Ruben Stanley, though, leading the way with 13 points. Sam Riley and Connor McCrossan with 12 each. Then Pioneer, 74 to 56. Marty was involved in this game. Helped them out to a massive 24 to 4
What a start,
run.
but boy, we battled.
Yes,
Yeah,
he said
yeah.
it was Fool's gold, though.
Fool's gold.
Did not quite carry on the whole way, but
No.
they did keep the lead the entire game. Wolves cut it to 7 points, 48-41 in the
They
third, but never got close enough to seriously make Pioneer worry, I guess. Player of the match, not Marty Davison this
Oh,
time,
what a
despite
disappointment.
15 points and 11 assists. It was Nick Irwood, also a double-double, with 22 points and 16
You had
boards.
11
yes.
assists, Marty.
Yeah, just chucking it around there. Yeah.
Wowzers, look at you, Magic Marty.
Oh.
Carl Isaac, 14 and 8, and Stuart Erskine with 14 points as well for Wolverines.
Cool. Carrying on with my 2 games for the week, we have a thriller, UC versus Tami, 87-84. Josh Peterman with an outstanding play to end the game. We'll have a look at this. We've got a few different camera angles of it, but boy, it was a great finish. I actually was reffing on the other court, and I managed to take a quick glance while the game
Good
was
focus.
going on. Good to see me focusing on my game. He ended up with 33 points and 11 rebounds.
I love
Oh,
Josh Peterman.
yes.
I'm just going to start an I love Josh Peterman
Yes.
club.
That's an outstanding. I believe he shot 12 of 19 from the field, so very efficient
Well done.
as well. Paul Stevenson, good help as well with 12 points and 8 rebounds. For Atami, they battled pretty hard, but just couldn't quite get it done. Patrick Roger with 23, and Derek Albertson had 19 as well. The other game, we've got Lincoln University versus North Canterbury. This is the one I was referring on the other court.
Paying very close attention
Oh,
to.
yes,
clearly.
of course, as you can see. Lincoln ended up attempting 53 pointers.
Yep.
You want to say that again?
5-0.
5-0, attempting
And
53s.
made
18. So it's not bad.
Yeah,
it's just under
36%.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
If you're playing the numbers game.
Yes, me and Hamish were joking around that my arms were sore for putting up the threes the whole time.
50.
It's a lot of attempts. They were up 35-18 in the first quarter and managed to hold that lead throughout the game. So Ben Hall, again, above the top scorers, 25 points, and Josiah Williams had 19. For North Canterbury, Nat Connell again continues with his play, 30 points, and Jordan Coate had 26 for North Canterbury. Just didn't quite have enough depth to get them through. I've also got a third game this week. We had a deferred game in the middle of the week, so this was Gators and Lincoln. This was a very tight game as well until midway through the fourth when Gators went on a massive 14-0 run to take the lead. So sort of these Prem's games sort of have these runs, and then that sort of seems to be the...
Puts a nail on the coffin.
Yeah, it does. It's sort of either in the third or fourth quarter it seems to be the way. Ben Carlisle-Smith with 26 points came in really well in the second half. Yeah, a lot of nice layups in there. Matt Machewski again with 18 for Gators. I'm assuming probably 4 or 5 of them were from 3, but we didn't check that one. And a losing effort, Josiah Williams with 32.
I'm not a fan of that phrase, but you keep using it.
I'm
non-winning.
A non-winning effort.
Second place.
Yes.
Good effort, but not the result you wanted.
I like that.
Losing effort is
it
just...
does sound a lot better, doesn't it?
Sounds like you're an ass, basically.
4 for me, isn't it?
Anyway,
Ben Hall had 15 as well, as Lincoln couldn't quite get that one over the Gators. So those are my wrap-up for the Miles Tour Premier League.
Thanks, Marty. Just a reminder again, Lincoln University scholarships close on the 15th of August, so male and female ones. There's quite a few applicants have already had their stuff coming in, so if you do want to be considered, please jump onto their website, I guess enroll or pick which courses you want and sign up to be considered for it as well.
Cool. Here's something I prepared a little bit earlier for Marty's Minute. Today we are talking about team control. What is team control? Well, my team is in control of the ball when I have 2 hands holding the ball or I'm bouncing the ball at my disposal. Team control ends when the other team has 2 hands holding the ball or I release the shot for a field goal. The reason this is important in a game is we need to know when a team does have team control and when a team doesn't. So one example would be, if I'm dribbling the ball and I lose control of the ball, my team is still in team control until the other team gets the ball. Team control did not change there because the other team did not get the ball. Let's go to some examples of when both teams have 5 team fouls. So I am in team control of the ball, and I commit a pushing foul with the ball. This is now a team control foul, so no free throws will be awarded to the other team. However, if there is a shot for a basket, remember, team control ends once I release the ball for a basket. And then we have a foul on a rebounding situation. This would be 2 shots for the team that got fouled because team control has finished when the ball is released for the basket. Done. And that's Marty's Minute for this week.
Oh, that was nice. That was very smoothly done.
Yeah, well done, Marty. Good
Had to run from over there.
But now I can't make comments.
Yes, I know, sorry.
Oh, that's a downer.
We can talk about it later.
Comment in the comment section.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. The Tall Blacks have officially named their squad for the World Cup, but we want to congratulate everyone involved there and wish the team the best of luck, but especially to local Canterbury guy Ethan Rusbatch.
Yeah.
Congratulations, E. Get after it. There'll be live stream games up through the Tall Blacks page at some point, but just for the moment, they're heading over there, pre-tour, pre-camp stuff, so good luck to all the teams there.
No, definitely, and pretty exciting to see just how well they do with games. Japan, Australia, and then China. I think I might have forgotten a certain place as well, but that's what I do know. Glory League game of the week. Men's under-20 Pioneer Cashmere against clubmates St Thomas Pacers Blue. Terrell Stockman had a huge game with 28 points, and this helped Cashmere get up to a 16-point lead in the fourth quarter. And not often when it's a 16-point lead you think it's going to end up being game of the week, but this is what happened. He did most of his damage in the lane, as you can see from these points here. Yuma Kawasaki had 24, including 5 trays, but it's a steal and finish that was worth showing for him for Cashmere. But then as the tide started turning, Jonty Wood, 25 points, and nothing was bigger than this steal to tie the game, 89-89 with less than 20 seconds remaining here. So Kashmir had the inbound, he got his hand right in the passing lane, stole it and able to convert that. Tied it up, they got a stop, and then it went into overtime. Kashmir again had a lead in overtime, this time by 5 points in the extra period. St Thomas erased this by, I think they scored the last 9 points, and this layup from Quinn Lavery as part of his 36 points was part of that run.
Quinn.
So final score, St Thomas Pacers Blue 100, Kashmir 96 after leading for probably the majority of the game, but not the point which counts. So Glory League game of the week.
Massive scoring games of late, aren't we? And do we think a lot of that is due to the number of threes being taken? Is that boosting scores?
Potentially, like
I mean, if you can make them, I mean, definitely. Like, there's much better shooters nowadays than
what is a good percentage though from 3 these days in terms of in games?
Ooh, you'd have to ask the old analytics. But
We have a
if you break a
33%,
game down and the number of threes you need to crank up at the percentage your team's shooting with those possessions, the extra point you get every time. It's not a bad tactic. I know that a lot of junior teams play that way now.
Is it the old 33% from 3 is
I
same
think
as 50 from 2?
No.
Is that not the same?
It is, but you've got to look at offensive rebound.
Oh,
and
yes,
stuff
yes,
as
too
well.
Breaking down, I think
That's
for a
a lot
lot
of
of
hours.
teams now between 28 and 32, if you're shooting in that with the volume that you need.
Yes, 50 sounds like a good number to try
Yeah,
and shoot.
that's a lot of threes. Anyway, side note.
Yes, sorry.
Yes. On to rep stuff.
Oh yeah, rep stuff. So both the under 23 men's and women's teams are away in Porirua this week. So best of luck to them competing in the under 23 national championship. There are live stream games on Friday and Saturday. The women currently are playing on the Friday night game at 5:45 p.m. And then the Saturday games, I'm assuming, will depend on where everyone stands and playoffs and things. But if you're interested, jump online, Basketball New Zealand website, possibly CBA.
Yeah, we'll share it once we know which ones our teams are in.
We will share it once we know. So good luck to the teams and check that out online if you want to have a look at it. The other rep event that we have going on is we had under 13 metro trials over the weekend, and across the boys and girls we had 180 kids turn out for girls and boys trials. So the numbers there are great, which just shows the growth of the sport. High Performance New Zealand, if you are watching, growth of the sport there, and which also means we've got more referees, more coaches, all those kind of things. So if you're thinking you love basketball and don't play, reffing and coaching, good thing to do.
Statistician as well.
Statisticians,
plenty of
100%. A lot of jobs need to be done. School benches, all kinds of stuff. So contact us if you want more info.
Quick shout out, Laurie, also to the 5 referees heading away to under 23 nationals. Good luck to those guys. And
including
girls.
Brad Clyde, our producer.
Executive producer. I like it.
Right.
Good job. 3x3.exe Premier. So round 6 was played on the weekend at Ara, where we've got the 2 rounds coming up as well. LU finally broke through. This is their 4th final that they've made in the 6 rounds. This is the first one that they've won. So they're the team which is in first place now overall, along with University of Canterbury. They did beat Gators in pool. Gators beat them in pool play when Josiah Williams, a little bit of the goat, as he blew like what looked to be a wide open layup that would have sent it to overtime. But redemption, he scored virtually the same layup against Brent Fisher and UC in their semi-final game, and then Lincoln beat Gators 21-16 in the final. So first time winning one of the rounds for Lincoln University, and it puts them into a tie for first.
They've been very consistent, eh?
They have. Yep. Only team to score a point, competition point, well, at least 2 every single round so far. So standings at the moment, LU and UC.exe both on 17, Gators in 3rd place on 13, so it's likely to be 2 of those 3 teams going to Japan in early September. So yeah, 2 rounds to go. Next one's week after next, and then final one on the 25th of August.
Fantastic. On to plays of the week. So this play, again, we talked about this in our wrap up before. It's JP, the nice left to right crossover, and then pulls the trigger and makes the and 1-3 to actually win the game. They were down 1 with 6 seconds to go. It was an amazing finish to the game, and big thanks to Ben Van Alden for getting the slow-mo. I was just thinking, shouldn't he be watching the game on the bench? But I guess he's just got his phone.
Phone's on the bench.
He's got his phone out and he's got the slow-mo
on the bench.
video. But hey, I guess you're probably not going in the game, I guess, so maybe just...
maybe just...
No, I mean, no.
You're not going in the game.
Well, there's 6 seconds to go and he's dribbling up the court, so I guess there's the end.
There's no stoppage.
Yes, exactly. And amazing. And the slow-mo video just looks really good. So nice work, JP. It's good.
Awesome. I have Hannah Mashevsky for Gators here. Saves the ball or receives an excellent pass.
What do you reckon?
You judge
Yeah.
for a really nice reverse layup there for 2 points. So good job, Hannah.
No, thanks, Senna, and Gloria as well. My one, I've again chosen a combo for mine. I have Gus Jensen for the Wizards.
Time out.
It means
A combo.
Yeah,
That means
but
I
it's
get
one-
to do two things.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's one linked play, so
Right.
it makes sense. So Gus Jensen, some nice ball movement. He hits a 3 from the corner. Here, this is towards the end of the quarter, but
Yep.
then a little bit of time. So Mikey Bucher's like, well, I'm just going to hit this up from well
That was a
beyond
long
halfway
way.
line
Yeah.
and drains it. So yeah, 3 from one end was pretty good. The 3 from
Cancel
the
it.
other was a little
Beat
bit better, and
Yeah.
cancelled each other out. So
Beautiful.
Awesome.
good job, Mikey Bucher.
We want to take this opportunity to thank the Lion Foundation,
I think.
There's one there.
who support community basketball. So thank you very much for the Lion Foundation, not to be confused with the Lion King, new movie out. We've got some office
Yeah.
debate about the
Thoughts?
how we feel about the new version
Maybe that's
versus
another close that
the
episode.
versus the old cartoon. So please feel free to comment on that, Marty.
Very passionate about the cartoon.
Yeah, very passionate about it. So what do you think, guys?
Anyway, that's week 14 in the books. Good job, good effort.
Good job, good effort. Damn it.
Oh, that's all right. Stellar job, stellar effort.
Oh,